Do you know how to set the right price when selling your home? If you're like most people watching this video, you're probably a seller wondering how to maximize your selling price. I did do an entire series on just that topic, multiple videos. Check out that playlist, how to stage your home, repairs to do, and how to interview a real estate agent. All should be really helpful to you. Also, I'd like to ask you to keep in mind, I only work in Boca Raton, but this video is on YouTube, so you could be totally anywhere. And if you need help finding a good real estate agent or just have questions for me, please don't be shy to reach out. If you put something down in the comments, I promise to respond. All right, so there are many factors that go into setting the right price for selling your home, and we'll go into some of the most important things to keep in mind. So the first thing is to determine a price range. So there really is no right price to set. I mean, there's no such thing. You pick a range, and then as long as you're plus or minus what a buyer expects, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Now, all the data is available online. Going back, 10, 20 years ago, we were the gatekeepers of data. Not so today. You can pull up recent sales history and what's actively listed in your marketplace on a variety of websites. So you'll want to review similar recent sales. So you'll want to take a look at the location, the condition of the property, and make sure that it's as similar to yours as possible. And then you're going to want to keep in mind, all right, how many days was it on the market and what did it ultimately sell for? Now, the truth is you could line up 100 different real estate agents. We all have the same data. So our interpretation of that data is going to be key. If you're talking to professionals who are really familiar with your marketplace, pretty much they're all going to recommend within a certain price band, plus or minus a couple of percentage points. Anyone who recommends something like wildly outside of that price range, proceed with caution. Definitely ask them for where they're getting their number and proceed with extreme caution. So in terms of your pricing strategy, once you have your price band established, most real estate agents will say, okay, here's the, they won't even maybe say the price band. They'll be like, here's the price. Okay, well, I mean, there are different pricing strategies. So I always like to recommend to my sellers that they choose a pricing strategy that they feel comfortable with. Basically, there are three strategies for selling your home. You have the record breaker, as I like to call it. You're really looking for the needle in the haystack buyer. You're looking to accomplish an unprecedented price for your property, and that is one way to go about it. The second pricing strategy is what I'll call the fair market value price. So you're going to go, okay, here's my price band. I'm somewhere in that price band. A buyer is going to expect to pay approximately what I am listing it for. That's the second strategy. And the third strategy is the don't miss it, oh my goodness, it's going to get away price. So that would be slightly less, maybe at the lower edge of the price band for fair market value and maybe slightly less. Now, why would you do each of these strategies? So the first one is you want that needle in a haystack buyer. You have something very special, something exceptional, and you really think that you have what it takes to break a price record. Do keep in mind you are aiming to break a record with that price. If something is not priced correctly from the get-go, it's very likely to take 40 to 90% longer to ultimately sell. So proceed with caution if you want to be that record breaker. The fair market value for your price is where most of our sellers will end up. That's where, your buyer is going to expect about that price. You're going to negotiate maybe a little bit off of asking depending on your marketplace, and you'll come in right about where you expect. Why someone would take on the, oh my God, don't miss it price is because often when a property is listed in the lowest band of what a buyer is expecting or even slightly less, there is immediately, especially when something is marketed well and launched onto the market in a strong way, there's going to be a crazy amount of buyer activity, and often one of those homes will sell ultimately for more than it would have if it were in the fair market price band. Sometimes these houses even go and end up breaking a record because people get so very excited. In some markets, you'll even see bidding wars as a result of this sort of a pricing strategy. So I'm curious, which pricing strategy do you think is most smart and most clever? I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. You know, the truth is, regardless of your pricing strategy, there are a lot of other aspects that go into selling a home. You've got the pre-list presentation, the marketing, the active selling, and a variety of other things leading up to the contract and your buyer, your agent being able to negotiate well on your behalf. So all of these things are important, but this video was specifically about pricing strategies. My Instagram handle is @Rochelle.TV. We do put out a ton of really fun content, property tours and things of that nature I think you might enjoy if you're into this video. We did also do an entire series geared towards sellers, and you might want to check out that playlist. We have staging tips to sell your home and how to hire a real estate agent, which might be of interest. I really appreciate you watching. I'm Rochelle.TV, bringing you the very best of Boca Raton luxury real estate. See you next time.